Welcome to Simply Explained Academy. Today, we're diving into a big question that's been floating around for years now, and especially in 2025 as crypto keeps evolving. Will crypto actually replace traditional banks? Will we wake up one day and never need a bank again? Or is crypto just a cool side hustle for tech-savvy people? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand where things are headed and whether we're on the edge of a financial revolution or just witnessing the evolution of money. Let's break it down simply. Banks are like trusted middlemen. You put your money in, they hold it. When you want to pay someone, they move the money for you. Want to buy a house? They'll loan you the cash if you qualify. Banks are regulated, insured, and relatively stable. If your account gets hacked or you're a victim of fraud, most banks will help recover the money. They've got branches, apps, call centers. Basically, a system built for reliability and trust. But they're also centralized. Everything goes through their systems and they control your access. Try wiring money internationally on a Sunday night. Not gonna happen. Banks are powerful, but they're not always fast or flexible. Now here comes crypto. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins don't rely on banks. Instead, they use something called a blockchain, a digital ledger that's decentralized. In other words, it's not controlled by any single person or company. Also, you don't need a bank to send money. With crypto, you just need a wallet, an internet connection, and you're good to go, 24/7, 365 days a year. There are a few key benefits. The first one is speed. Some crypto networks can settle payments in seconds. The second benefit is lower fees, especially for cross-border payments. The third one is control. You own your money. No one can freeze it unless you give up your keys. And the last one is DeFi. Think lending, borrowing, and earning interest without a bank involved. Just smart contracts and blockchain code. Sounds amazing, right? But there's more to the story. Crypto's gotten popular for a few solid reasons. First up, global access. You don't need a bank account, just a phone and internet. In many countries, especially where inflation is wild or banks are unstable, people turn to crypto to protect their money. Then there's freedom. You can send money across borders with no middlemen or restrictions. Next, transparency. You can see every transaction on the blockchain. It's like an open record book. And finally, innovation. With DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, and new tech popping up every month, crypto feels fresh and full of opportunity. By 2025, stablecoins like USDC and USDT are handling trillions in volume. Bitcoin is still the king, and Ethereum powers most DeFi and NFTs. Even traditional finance is starting to pay attention. But it's not all sunshine and satoshis. Let's be real for a second. Crypto's not perfect. It's got its fair share of flaws. First off, volatility. Bitcoin can drop like 20% in a week. I mean, imagine if your rent or groceries suddenly cost way more, just because the market had a mood swing. Not exactly stable. Then there's security. If you lose your private key, that special password that gives you access to your crypto, it's gone. Like poof. There's no forgot password button. Nobody can help you. Not your mom, not your bank, not even a hacker. It's just gone. And yep, scams and hacks. There's been billions, billions with a B, lost to sketchy stuff. We're talking phishing scams, rug pulls, fake tokens, buggy smart contracts. It's kind of like the Wild West out here sometimes. Also, it's kind of complicated. Like, if you're just getting started, setting up a crypto wallet, figuring out gas fees. It can feel like learning a new language. Not impossible, but definitely overwhelming. And finally, regulation. Some governments are totally into crypto. Others, they're banning it. And most of them, still trying to figure out what to do with it. So the rules keep changing depending on where you are. So, crypto is powerful, but it comes with risk. So, what's happening in the real world? Africa and Southeast Asia are booming with crypto-based remittances. Sending money from abroad using stablecoins is faster and cheaper than banks. Europe's MiCA regulation is now live, giving crypto companies legal clarity to operate across the EU. In the US, Bitcoin ETFs are traded on Wall Street, and PayPal offers crypto services. Even banks like JP Morgan use blockchain behind the scenes for fast settlements. The trend? Crypto's not destroying banks, it's pushing them to innovate. All right, let's get to the big question everyone's wondering about. Will crypto actually replace traditional banks? Short answer, no, at least not yet, but it will change how banks work. So why won't crypto completely replace banks, at least for now? First up, trust and insurance. Banks offer protection. Your money's usually insured. Crypto, not so much, at least not yet. Then there's customer service. With a bank, if something goes wrong, you can pick up the phone and talk to someone. Crypto, it's mostly do it yourself, and that can be scary. Also, mass adoption. Most people still trust banks way more than blockchains. A lot of folks don't want to manage their own private keys or worry about getting scammed. And don't forget regulation. Governments still rely on banks to help enforce laws around money laundering, taxes, fraud, you name it. But here's the thing, banks won't just sit still. Crypto is pushing them to speed things up, go digital, and rethink how money moves around. We're already seeing these hybrid models, where banks use blockchain technology behind the scenes, but still offer the security and customer support that people depend on. So, what's next? Let me paint you 3 possible futures. First up, the status quo. In this scenario, crypto stays kind of niche. Banks keep doing their thing, dominating how we manage money. Most people never really own Bitcoin or any crypto. They just stick with their usual bank accounts and cards. Crypto becomes more like a hobby or a side thing for enthusiasts and investors, but it doesn't disrupt the mainstream financial system. Then there's the full replacement. This is the big dream for some crypto fans, where crypto takes over everything. Payments, loans, savings, all done using wallets and stablecoins. Banks, not needed anymore. Imagine a world where you never have to visit a branch or deal with traditional banking fees. Everything's decentralized, fast, and borderless. Sounds exciting, right? But it also comes with big challenges like security, regulation, and trust that we're still figuring out. And finally, the one I think is the most likely, the hybrid future. This is where banks and crypto actually work together. Picture this. You hold stablecoins right inside your regular banking app. You can easily switch between dollars, euros, or crypto without a hitch. DeFi gets regulated to keep things safe. Crypto companies get legit licenses, and the whole system becomes super smooth and user-friendly. Actually, we're already seeing signs this is happening. By mid-2025, most big fintech apps let you hold crypto. Traditional banks are experimenting with tokenized assets. Central banks are working on central bank digital currencies, which combine government backing with blockchain tech to speed things up and cut costs. So maybe the real question isn't will crypto replace banks, but more like how will they merge and shape the future of money together? Let's wrap this up. Crypto gives us speed, freedom, and easy access. But yeah, it's still risky and kind of complicated. Banks, they offer safety and trust, but they're not always quick to change or innovate. What we're probably going to see is a mix of both worlds, working together over time. The future of finance? Most likely a bit crypto, a bit bank, built around choice, convenience, and smart tech. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor. Smash that like button, subscribe for more financial deep dives, and drop a comment.